It's showtime.
Groan Zone. Episode 8 is where we are at right now. You're probably wondering, what is the Groan Zone if you're new to it? Well, here's what it is. This is how the Groan Zone plays out. Here we go. I give out my top 3 groans of what has sunk my battleship this week. We play a game together. It's Double-down Dummies this week. We'll find out more about that later. The Groan Zone is then swerved to an audience member who gives in their groan this week. And then finally, we wrap it all up and put it in a big box with a nice big bow and send it off with 0 of the week. But anyway, we digress. Onwards, as there is groaning to be done with my groans of the week. And here we go with number 1. When you order food in a restaurant and it comes back to you cold for the umpteenth time. I know we're in an energy crisis, but no one expects to eat cold food in a restaurant unless you're eating a freaking salad. Number 2, when you're out riding your bicycle and suddenly the front wheel buckles when you're middle of the arse end of nowhere, miles from home. Sod's law, I had to push that son of a bitch all the way home. Final one, when you're in a queue for something and people either jump the queue or they form another queue, which causes confusion for everybody else. I think the expression, "Oi, bugger off to the back of the right queue," comes to mind. Now, I feel better that these 3 groans are off my chest. But now, it's time to Darwin it up with Double-down Dummies. You all know what the game is now, but for those that don't, I'll give a brief description of the rules. You get 3 options after I tell you a little story about a Darwin Award. You don't know what a Darwin Award is? It's someone who died in a very strange, weird way. And then it was put on the internet, and I've made up 2 fake outcomes. There's 1 real outcome. You get it right, you get a point. You get it wrong, you don't. Simple as that. And with that being said, here they come. Round 1. The Grim Roofer. It was March 2017 in Queensbury, England, and a burglar had managed to remove a few roofing shingles and scale the roof of a chemist shop. Now, as brief as this is, how did it lead to his death? Was it option A? He lost his footing and hit the ground below hard enough to cause his death. Was it option B? On his way down, his clothing got caught and he was strangled by his own clothing. Or was it option C? In manoeuvring off the roof, he slipped and was impaled to the chest and neck by a nearby spiked fence. Now, you can pause it right now and then consider your options. Those playing along live via Discord, they can just give their answers in as one just has. Got an option B there. Okay. No for A. A couple for C. Okay. We'll find out later what the right answer is. We now move on to round number 2. Angry Wheelchair Man. This happened in South Korea in 2010. The man kept bumping into lift/elevator doors angrily after it left without him. Yet, how did something so innocent kill him? Was it option A? A lift attendant nearby approached the man so sick of him banging the doors with a folded chair, and they fought, resulting in the man in the wheelchair being beaten to death by the attendant. Was it option B? He got so angry that he actually caused his own death by a heart attack brought on by undue stress. Or was it option C? In error, the lift doors opened before the elevator arrived again. Not caring, our hapless hero plummeted straight down the shaft to his death. Just wait a while there, see if answers come in. 1 for A, none for B. And one for C. Okay. Right, we'll come back to these later on. The audience groan. This week's audience groan comes in from Georgie F via Discord. And he says, I hate it when I'm hired. Sorry, I should say I'm a personal trainer in Los Angeles, USA. To train someone, and I get to them, and for the whole time they don't even try. I made an effort to get to you, so you get up off your arse and put the work in. Love the show, mystery. Signed, Georgie F. Well, thanks Georgie for discording me and for the positive comment. I can imagine that must be infuriating and seems like a waste of your time and no doubt their time. I recall when I used to go to the gym, I'd bust a gut with effort, didn't have a personal trainer, but I put the effort in. Hopefully those kind of clients realise that by not trying to do themselves no favours and that you can help them achieve what they wish to achieve. Now, if you'd like to get grown off your chest, like Georgie did, via the show, there are a number of ways. You can hit up via Facebook at the Groan Zone podcast on Facebook groups, or shoot me one on Facebook Messenger directly. Send an email in to the groanzonepod@gmail.com, or you can hit up Discord, which is the Groan Zone. Your groans, your jokes, your story of an ultimately shit day. You can nominate someone as being your zero of the week, but please don't try and humiliate somebody, because on the show that's not really fair to do that with zero of the week. Try and keep it to non-personal fights. I don't want anyone out there getting beaten up because of the show, okay? Just people who you feel really deserve to be named as zero of the week. If you're not sure what a zero of the week is, and it's in essence a wanker of the week. But anyway, moving on, and we'll see who got points in Double-down Dummies and who did not. With the answers. Grim Roofer. It was March 2017 in Queensbury, England, and the burglar had managed to remove a few roofing tiles and scale the roof of a premise shop. So, was it option A, he lost his footing and hit the ground below hard enough to cause his death? This answer is simple, yet wrong. Option B, on his way down, his clothing got caught and he was strangled by his own clothing. Those that put B on the podcast play along, you're absolutely right. It's true because he got stuck climbing down and was strangled by his own clothing. However, he wasn't found until a very smelly 7 weeks of decomposition later. Thank Christ on a cracker that it wasn't in summer. Points to you for getting this answer, and of course, if you picked option C, no points to you. Round 2, Angry Wheelchair Man. Option A, a lift attendant approached the man and basically beat him up with a steel chair. Sorry, not true at all. I took some wrestling inspiration from that one. If you think he got angry and brought about a stress-related heart attack, again, that is wrong. Option C, yep, he fell straight down the elevator shaft and went kaplat, pretty much. May he rest in peace, our hapless hero, the Angry Wheelchair Man. If you picked up points this week, congratulations. If not, commiserations, and bad luck next time with yes or BS next week. But it'll be Christmas. Is it Christmas oriented? Yeah, it'll be Christmas oriented BS next week. Now, we've got to move on to our zero of the week. And this week, I feel I've gone a bit with it. It's the UK bankers. So those in the UK, including myself, are struggling with cost of living. So what do the bankers go and do? Did they make it easier for us? Did they go, oh, we'll drop things down to make things a bit more bearable? No! They hike it up even more with interest rates, meaning mortgage repayments are even higher. Can we just give these highfalutin arseholes a reality check so they know how hard life is for the little person right now? It must be nice being on a big fat paycheck as everyone else struggles in this land. Come on, bankers, just drop it down a little bit less, because food's going up, energy's going up. The last thing we need is people paying for possibly losing their houses because they can't make their repayments. Come on, what's going on in the UK right now? Jesus. But on that note, we must end. But tune in next weekend for the Christmas Eve show. Well, almost Christmas Eve show. Please follow the show and subscribe, as it really does help. Stay groaning out there all. Bye all, and I'll see you next time.